Love a child, changing Haiti for the Lord, where all can be restored. We are love a child. We are love a child. Teach them, feed them, reach them. Love a child.
You won't believe what this little girl was eating. Dirt, rocks, charcoal ashes, and even goat feces. What they want most of all in life is a chance, is hope, is an education for the future. Every child in Haiti wants that, but not every child in Haiti can get that.
Hey, man.
Bobby.
Yeah. Wait a minute. Stefano, Uremi Laco, you love school, huh? You know, it's only about, 15 minutes after 7 right now in the mornings, and school starts at 8 o'clock. But, you know, here's our little children, Sherry, in the little blue and yellow uniforms, love a child colors for all 7,000 students in Haiti.
They love school.
But what a contrast between our children here, who has a sponsor. What a contrast from these children to the children in Haiti who's waiting to go to school and who has no sponsor.
Well, Bobby, you and I, we've been living here in
What a
Haiti for 23 years. We know what it's like because we've been to the villages, and we know that right now children are waking up all over Haiti. They have to go carry buckets of water on their head. They have to go get sticks to cook make a little fire in the morning, and then there's actually no food, maybe a handful of rice. They cannot read. They cannot write their name. They cannot write their name. It could be 6 children in one family. How can they ever make a living if they cannot even write their name? They can't read the Bible. They can't do addition and subtraction. There's no hope for the future.
I can't imagine. But what a contrast between these children and, of course, our other 7,000 children sponsored. There's so many children who are waiting who has no sponsor, who have nothing, who can't even write their name.
It's incredible.
God bless you.
When you sponsor a child here in the country of Haiti, you're really changing lives, and you're taking care of them their whole life. You take a child from darkness and you're putting them in a Christian school, providing them a Christian education, teaching them how to read and write, teaching them how to respect authority and go to school and value an education. You supply medical needs for the children, whether it be an emergency or deworming them or regular checkups, whatever. You also take care of that child with a relationship between the child and the sponsor, letters and pictures going from you to them and from them back to you. Sometimes the children make little drawings to send back to their sponsor. And then, of course, is the food, the value, the nutritional value that these children get. a big hot meal every day that normally they would never get in their life. Sitting down, eating that big bowl of food, enjoying it, that food gives them the strength to study. It gives them the strength to walk all the way down from the mountains for the children who live in the mountains. It gives them strength to think, because as the Creole proverb says, an empty sack cannot stand. Children lethargic go to school and they fall asleep. So your child sponsorship covers a whole area of the child, all the way from the Christian values to having that hot meal, education. It goes full scale. So please pray about it. $24 a month. That's the price of one dinner out for you. You could take care of a child, all their needs for a whole month. Think about it, pray about it, and do it today. I'm here in the old village of Layton, and behind me you can see all the mud houses, houses made of sticks, dirt floors, a very poor village. It was 10 years ago that I was in this village, had a mobile clinic, and a little girl was brought to me by the name of Valencia. You will not believe the things that had happened to her. You will not believe what she was eating when she was brought to me. But today, you're going to find out all about Valencia's story. Madame Sorel, qui ça ligue? Explique tout ça ligue. La fièvre, because she has a fever, and qui ça encore? Mal tête, because she has a headache and ventre fait mal. Okay, Dr. Chester, are you looking at her? What do you think about her, just looking at her general condition?
Well, her hair certainly has changed colors. Her hair is not black, it's yellow and brittle, which we see with a lot of these malnourished children. Her eyes are very dull, as if she's not been getting a lot of nourishment. Her stomach is very large, so she's probably got worms, and she's certainly looks anemic, malnourished. Her hair shows signs of chronic malnourishment. So the child certainly needs good nourishment, vitamins, and I think she would turn around.
Valencia needs a sponsor. She needs somebody to say, yes, I want to sponsor this child. I want to put her in school so she can have a hot meal every day, and she can have regular medical care, and she can have a loving sponsor that's going to take care of her, and a uniform that's going to give her a lot of pride. You know, just a walk, just a short distance away, you could take them out of this world and put them into that world. You could take them out of this village within walking distance. Is food, medical care, and an education. All you have to do is make the difference for them.
Well, may God bless you. I want to give you a word for the mission field here, coming to you from Old Layton, Haiti. You know, this village is like so many other villages in Haiti. And you know, it's amazing when you get outside the city of Port-au-Prince and cities like Croix-des-Bouquets and other places. People live in grass huts. Actually, the Haitians call them kaipais. They live in kaipais, just like you see here. And that's their life, that's their culture, that's how they live. And they have very little. You know, I was studying early this morning before daylight, the Bible story, the Good Samaritan and the priest and the Levi, and how the priest and the Levi, who were very religious people, they seen the man laying there. But the Bible says they actually passed on the other side of the road. And they didn't want to get close to him. They probably said, let somebody else do it. Let somebody else take care of him. I don't want to be involved. But then you know the story. The Good Samaritan came by. He put wine in his wounds. He brought him, put him on his donkey, took him into a hotel, told the man, I'll pay you. When I come back, if I owe you more money, I'll pay you more. take care of this man. And this was a good Samaritan. He was a Gentile, but he took care of a Hebrew, which is really against their customs in that day. But see, he didn't just pass by on the other side like the priest and Levi. They just passed by and said, let somebody else do it. No, the Good Samaritan, he did something. He made a difference in that man's life. But just like here in Haiti, sure enough, I have lived here for 23 years. And we can all say, along with you, we can say, oh, there's a lot of poor people in the world. Let somebody else take care of them. It's not my responsibility. It is our responsibility. Let's don't pass by on the other side. Let's go up and be like the Good Samaritan. Let's help the poor. Because Jesus said, when you do it to one of the least of these little ones, ye do it unto me. Let God use you today, no matter where you're at in the world today. Be a Good Samaritan and let God use you. God bless you.
Would you prayerfully consider partnering with Bobby and Sherry Burnett in the years ahead by remembering Love a Child in your will or estate planning? Making a will is an important yet often overlooked aspect of wise stewardship. By including Love a Child, you are investing in the lives, the health, the education, and the future of untold numbers of impoverished children here in Haiti. If you are planning on making a donation before the end of the year, perhaps you would consider donating stocks, bonds, real estate, or other assets of value to ensure that the outreaches of Love a Child continue uninterrupted. Please go to the website, call the number on your screen, or write to the address and let us know. Leave a legacy of hope and compassion by providing a better future for the children of Haiti. And remember, only what's done for Christ will last.
Valencia is about 5 years old, and she's in very poor health due to malnutrition. She's got an infection in one eye, and her hair is red. That's caused from malnutrition. Her stomach is bloated. Valencia eats things like dirt, rocks, charcoal, even goat feces because she's hungry. This is a special day for Valencia because she's got a very special thing that's happened in her life. She got a sponsor that's going to put her in school. Her mom is going to give her a bath and get her all ready for her first day of school. And so this is going to be very exciting for you because you're going to see what child sponsorship does. You know, a lot of people see our programs and they say, Bobby and Sherry, I see the kids sitting there in school in their little uniforms and it looks so nice, but they never know what kind of condition they come out of. Most of these kids come out of a mud hut like this, a dirt floor, a straw roof, sleeping on the ground, never having an education, never knowing how to read or write. Child sponsorship makes the difference in their lives. Valencia's going to get her a little bath. She's going to put this clean little uniform on, and she's going to live today to another world. It's a world of an education, a hot meal every day, medical care, a relationship with a wonderful sponsor, and much more. Come with us today. You'll be blessed.
I remember the first day I went to school in the first grade when I was a little boy, I was a nervous wreck. And Valencia, I could tell she was so scared. It was a whole new world to her.
Valencia, this is preschooler 1 for Valencia, because she's never been to school before. So Valencia, ça c'est tableau, okay? We're going to show her how the chalkboard works, okay? Got it. Valencia. Yeah, isn't that fun? Wow. Bebel? Yeah, she said her work is good. She said her work is good. Well, she's going to learn a lot more things. She's a little shy right now. This is her first day of school. She's going to be learning colors and how to count, how to read, how to write. It's going to be an exciting life for her. And she's real shy today. This is her first day in school. She doesn't know any of these children here. But you know, it's a chance for a Christian education. It's a start in her life. And as she grows and she comes, of course, she'll be part of the crowd. She's the new child in school today. She's never been to school a day in her life. This is all brand new for her. And it's an exciting day for her. It's going to mean that somebody in her family has a chance to go to school because she has a sponsor, a wonderful sponsor, a sponsor who's given her a Christian education, a full meal every day, medical care, and so much more.
There are almost 7,000 children currently receiving a quality Christian education in Love a Child schools throughout Haiti through the Love a Child sponsorship program. Your sponsorship gift not only provides this wonderful Christian education, but school uniforms, clean water, a hot, nutritious meal every day, vitamins, vaccinations, and medical care. These precious students are the future of Haiti.
Well, we're here in school, and Valencia now has a full plate of food that she's eating. I've been sitting here watching her pick up the macaroni, even with her fingers. She's just devouring the food, and she's so hungry. Your child sponsorship means so much to children in need like Valencia. It not only means a Christian education, but it means a chance to eat a full plate of food every single day. These children come from such poor villages where children eat things like mud, rocks, charcoal. In fact, Valencia, before we got her in the child sponsorship program, she was one of the first children that I had ever heard about that ate such things like charcoal. She's eaten goat feces. She's eaten dirt, rocks, mud. But now she's eating a full plate of food because she has a loving sponsor.
Sherry and I was coming to the village of Old Layton this morning where David George sponsored building this beautiful church in the middle of this grass hut village. And we came driving up and we heard children here singing. We came in, 3 little classrooms. We came in here. We said, we're not having a school here in the church that we just built that David George sponsored. Because we don't have no sponsors for children yet, no money for school teachers yet. But somehow, on their own, they went out by faith, made the Love a Child teacher shirts, got some of the students in here, even made some uniforms by faith on their own. Nobody to pay them, no money for the school. And we came and said, well, how are you doing all this? They said, well, we're just started by faith. And so, please help. This is a brand new school here in Old Layton, in the middle of grass huts. We have no more children because there's no sponsors. We need more teachers because we need children. There's no sponsors. And they can have an education, they can have food, and of course they have medical care. But they started this all on their own. So this here is a really an emergency that we can get this school off and going strong. God bless you.
Well, we're here right now at Valencia's home with her daddy. I call him Frère Sorel. He is the pastor now of a church in Layton. and he's also working for Love a Child. And this young girl has come a long ways. I'm going to be talking to her daddy about what a big difference has been in her life. Frère Sorel, où j'ai première fois, moi t'ai fait your clinic mobile na l'étang où t'es venu avec Valencia. I said, do you remember the first time I brought Valencia, you brought Valencia to me in this mobile clinic? Mais dis-moi, explique pour moi qui condition était gain.
Bon, là, tu es venu faire premier clinique dans les temps.
When I first came to do this clinic in Layton,
Valencia était petit monde 2 ans comme ça.
well, she was a teen one that was just very, very small.
Il t'a mangé caca
Where
cabrit.
she just ate goat feces.
Il t'a mangé sandifé.
She ate ashes from the charcoal,
Tes cheveux étaient rouges.
and her hair was real red.
Bon, t'as bien dans la tête toute journée,
Well,
c'est la manger.
she was in the dirt all day long and even ate dirt a lot.
Après, Madame Chérie était venue pour Valencia.
And then after Madame Sherry started taking care
Bon,
of
il
her,
fait clinique, des balles médicaments.
we did clinic and then we gave her medicine.
Après ça, elle était venue pas manger tel, pas manger
Then as
caca
she started being better and she just has better health. Est-ce que elle commencé à manger? Elle commencé à manger puis bien, manger t'es aidé.
Oui. Après, elle vient pas manger thé encore, puis elle vient commencer à manger plus bien.
We started to eat better.
Oui, elle vient manger bien, puis elle a même une grosse jeune fille qu'on y a.
Now she's a big girl right now.
Oui.
Oh,
Oh,
quelle
grâce à
bénédiction.
Dieu. Un pile bénédiction,
Good,
chérie.
God,
Un pile
she just had
bénédiction.
so many blessings from the
Un
Lord.
pile bénédiction,
Just
pile
so many
bénédiction.
benedictions, so many blessings from the Lord, Father.
Il y a un dormi dans un bâtiment de paille.
Now we don't sleep in that little mud hut anymore.
La pluie tombée, la pluie rentrée en bas cabane.
Oh well, when the rain fell on us, we were in that bed.
Ti moun yo mouillé à
All
l'eau.
my children always got wet.
Ah, qu'on y a,
Now,
mon Dieu,
look
bah,
at
une
us
belle
now.
caille.
We have a beautiful house.
Vent met à vanter, nous va paix.
Even though the wind blows, we're not afraid. Wow.
Oui, bon Dieu, bah, nous belle petite. Donc,
And I have a beautiful child. Est-ce que vous expliquez la question ou content pour qui ça bon Dieu te fait dans la vie? Oui.
Moi, quand j'ai fait dans la vie, parce qu'il était vraiment jeté.
I was so happy for everything that God did for me because I used to eat dirt.
Il était vraiment samedi, I'm not manger mauvais bagarre.
You know, he just picked me up and lifted me up out of things, the filthy things that I was eating down in the dirt.
Et me dit bon Dieu merci tout, me dit merci pour ce fait.
And I want to say, God, thank you, and I want to say thank you to you for everything that you've done for me.
Parce que j'étais dans mauvais état, puis bon Dieu.
And so I just want to give all the glory to God. This is really a great story. You know, you see this little girl, how she was, how she is now. And you know, we want to make the same difference in the lives of so many other little children in Haiti that we tell you about, just like making a difference in the life of Valencia. And you know, you've helped. It was a combination of things. We had her in our child sponsorship program, and of course she was in the feeding program. And she was so very, very sick, but you know, everybody just putting their hands together and helping in whatever way they could always made a difference in her. And that's what Food and Love does. And that's what happens when you care about someone. You can make a difference in someone else's life today. Thank you. Well, you've seen what regular caring child sponsorship can do in the life of one child. Valencia is a great story. She came to us with red hair, very malnourished. She was eating dirt, ashes, rocks, even goat feces. Can you imagine? We never thought that little girl would ever survive, but she's turned into a beautiful young lady because she had a loving, caring sponsor. Wow, Bobby, that just touches my heart. But with us right now, we're sitting under a tree in a very poor village, and all these children that you see, they do not have a sponsor. They're not in school, and many of them cannot even read or write their name. Can you imagine, Bobby?
I can't imagine. And you know, in this village, Sherry, this whole village almost needs a sponsorship. Well, matter of fact, David George just built a brand new church here in the middle of all these grass huts. Haitians called Kai Pai. But now we need sponsors to have the school teachers paid and
Yes.
have the children come from the village.
Yes.
We have the little school here built, and it's inside of a church, and we just need sponsorship now. But not only these children you see here, they don't go to school. Those behind me, they're here in this village, they don't go to school. The majority of the children in this village, they do not go to school.
And this is just one of the villages that we see like this. There's so many across Haiti.
Child sponsorship is the best investment you can make. For
It is.
$24 a month or $288 a year, you can support a child, one child, or you can support 2 or 3 or ever how many the Lord lay upon your heart. Will supply their education, food each day for school, a hot meal, and medical care when they are sick. It would change the life of a child forever.
Please go to your phone. I just want to interrupt, Bobby.
Yes.
We just need you to go to your phone right now and pick up that phone
Yes.
and say, I am the one that God is talking to.
Go
Listen.
to your phone.
These children need you.
You will receive a picture all about the child, boy or girl, just how many you want to support, 1 or more. And you will build a relationship up with the child. Sherry and I, we've been here for 23 years in Haiti living. The children have stolen our hearts. And a child education here, without it, they would never stand a chance. If you can't write your name, what chance in life do you have? So go to your phone right now and make that call to change the life of a child. You'll receive all the information in the mail. Please go to your phone. Or you may give online giving, communicate by online, or just write us in the mail, send an old-fashioned letter. But may God bless you. Let God use you. Little Whisker Lee. Her name's Whisker Lee. Here. Yeah. And little Chalky, his name is Chalky, is here, and the little children behind me. They need a sponsor. They need to go to school. They're just waiting for you. Love is something that you do.
Call right now, please.
Call
Please.
right now.
Thank you.
The number, toll-free number, is on the screen. God bless you.